Thanks for inviting us in. It's 11 o'clock and we begin tonight with the future of IMPD. Tonight, a listening session giving Hoosiers a chance to weigh in and give some feedback to IMPD leadership on what's next for the police department. Alex Almanza was there tonight for the discussion about enhancing the relationship between the public and police.
Well, this is one of only several listening sessions around the city where community members had the chance to share their thoughts about what IMPD can do to improve community relations. But on Wednesday, officers were nowhere to be seen, giving neighbors the chance to share their honest thoughts.
At the Brightwood Community Center, neighbors are gathering for an honest discussion. Paper on the wall, questions prompting neighbors to think, how can IMPD improve relations with the community?
This is our time to have a good input, and I think I'm thankful that we've been asked to do this.
Instead of IMPD leading the conversation, representatives from Taylor Advising are acting as a neutral third party, taking down notes and gathering feedback to report back to IMPD.
One of the things that's been important to our team from the beginning is to ensure that every person in this city has a voice, regardless of what language you speak, regardless of what part of the city you live in.
It's part of a 5-year strategic plan announced earlier this year, meant to guide the future of IMPD and give them goals to meet while addressing the needs of both officers and Hoosiers.
This is a team effort between your police department, both sworn and professional staff, and the community we serve. Your values and what you'd like to see are going to be our roadmap for the next 5 years.
Longtime neighbors say if IMPD is willing to make these steps, the community also has to do their part.
We can't complain after the fact. We have to show up, and then we have some legs to stand on once we say what it is that we need from them.
Taylor Advising will finish up that strategic plan by 2026. Meanwhile, more listening sessions can be found on our website, as well as an anonymous survey at WTHR.com. In Indianapolis, Alex Almanza, 13 News.
Tonight, the Indianapolis Urban League hosted a town hall about the clinician-led community response team. This event tonight gave Hoosiers the chance to learn more about the team and how its members are serving neighborhoods across our city. They respond in real time, helping conduct mental health assessments and connecting people to critical resources. And they're able to intervene without law enforcement when the situation calls for it. Leaders tonight say they have expanded the program as they've seen a rise in calls.
I love being able to educate the community about the work we're doing, give them a chance to meet our wonderful team, and get that firsthand experience about, again, the work that we're doing. We had a lot of good questions, so I think people came out, they had questions, and they got them answered.
The clinician-led community response team launched back in 2023 as a 3-year pilot program. This is a partnership with the Office of Public Health and Safety. We're told tonight there are discussions about keeping it around beyond the pilot phase. A federal trade court just ruled that several of President Donald Trump's tariff-related executive orders are invalid. The court says the president does not have unilateral authority to impose sweeping global tariffs. So this essentially blocks a number of his tariff announcements, including those made on his so-called Liberation Day and a series of executive orders dating back to February. The president has tried to use the International Emergency Economic Powers Act of 1977 to enact those tariffs. That gives the president authority to regulate international commerce in response to national emergencies. But this 3-judge panel ruled there are limits. The Trump administration quickly filed a notice of appeal. And Elon Musk tonight is leaving his role in the Trump administration. He spearheaded efforts to reduce and overhaul federal bureaucracy. Elon Musk posted about his decision on social media tonight, talking about his scheduled time in government coming to an end and thanking the president for the opportunity to cut down on what he calls wasteful spending. Rob?
Well, we had a couple of showers roll through earlier in the evening. Most of those are now moving to the east, and I think we're going to get a break from some of those showers. Most of the city is pretty quiet, but as we take a look farther to the east, this is what we're tracking from Greensburg up to Rushville and Newcastle. We'll zoom in just a little bit and show you some of the areas that are seeing some of the showers. I think these are really going to be petering out through the next several hours or so. We've lost the heating of the day, but these are still continuing to move to the east. In the meantime, where we've been able to clear out, the temperatures have already dropped into the 50s. I think we'll see Those 60s all become 50s for tonight. I'll put a 55 on the board, but you could be 5 degrees either side of that, depending on if you get clearer skies. And then hoping that we do see some peaks of sunshine tomorrow to warm us up into the 70s. But coming up, I'm going to talk about this, the rain chance returning and carrying us into the end of the week.
Here's a look at the other stories making headlines right now. Tonight, investigators just identified a young man shot and killed on the east side of Indianapolis. This happened early this morning near Washington and Sherman. Police say 19-year-old Larice Pate died during a fight over a gun. Officers tell us the suspect drove away. So if you have any information that can help police identify the shooter, please call IMPD. Tonight, the Emergency Medical Services Chief in Muncie is on administrative leave. Wesley Miller tonight is facing charges of domestic battery and residential entry in Jay County. City leaders tell us they hold their employees to the highest standards and emphasize these allegations are not connected with Miller's duties. The Hostess plant on the east side of Indianapolis is closing. It's been around for decades and employs more than 250 people. In a statement, the owner, J.M. Smucker, says the company is focusing now on stabilizing the Hostess brand and positioning it for long-term growth. The company plans to sell the building in the next year or so. Tickets are now on sale for Butter, an indie event featuring work from Black artists. The 3-day show runs August 28th through the 31st at the Stutz Building. The goal is to sell 100% of the art, with 100% of the proceeds going to the artists. We've got everything you need to know about snagging a ticket or a new VIP pass. You'll find it right now on WTHR.com and over on our 13 News app.